this video is to introduce the new book club book that I've just decided today, May 3rd, I believe, 2020, and it is called In Service to Love. This book was sent to me by the publisher, actually, and it's by Darlene to review. And I'm about, let's see, currently I'm on page 69 of a book that is about 344 pages. So this book goes through 122 days of this writer sitting down and meditating and speaking to the ascended masters. So this book is really valuable for those of you who like channeled works. If you like books like Seth Speaks, if you like books like the Abraham Hicks material, that kind of stuff, it's great. And pros, cons, I found that in the first little part of the book, the writer references herself some, like the guides will come around and mention her, which I find kind of breaks the reality a little bit. But as I get deeper in, that happens less and less, and it's more just direct, and they can speak through her to the reader better. And I think whether or not you believe in things like channeled works, it's a good one. Let's find a couple excerpts. I have definitely highlighted a few things as I've been reading, so you can get kind of a taste of what it's like. Okay, first off, this is part of a section called Love's Invitation, and I really like how this book is a lot about empowering. A lot of messages in my life lately have been all about presence and coming to the now moment more powerfully. So, okay, here we go. This is not about a privileged experience only available to those few who are sensitive enough to hear. My sensitivity only turns up the volume so you may hear your own voice. It is about each of us living up to the promise of the life we had intended before we came here. It is easy to hold this work in the ethers and view it as separate from the exquisite moments of our day as we get down to the business of living a physical reality. Instead, what this body of work offers is a connection to the divine perfection of you brought to bear in life. What if you really knew what your purpose was? It is not a one-size-fits-all experience. This is about you and me, each acknowledging our divine origin and bringing that knowing into our day to create the life that is ours to have in a way that makes a difference, in a way that allows us to live from our soul's purpose and be the contribution we have always known that we are. Our best life. That's Lily in the background, by the way. My expression is unique, as is yours. What I have learned since the first day of divine collaboration with the Masters in Light is the beauty of each of us. Irreplaceable, beloved, masterful, each with our heart's calling. We are being called to the brilliance of our own mastery. Beloved, remember who you are. This shift in awareness is offered through a divinely crafted experience of rich frequency that resides behind the words and is the catalyst for my unique process and yours, led by our own divine guidance. In this process, we connect with broader perspectives and begin to see beyond the veil of illusion. Scrolling down a little bit to some more passages I underlined. When I choose to take ownership of my authentic nature, I realize that what I have always been good at is being me. I experience my greatest joy being all of me. How often do we make ourselves a little bit smaller, make ourselves a little bit duller so we'll fit in, you know? I think the whole point of this time is to not do that anymore. Okay, one more passage. This one I found today, actually, and I had to run and grab my little pen and make a little note of it so I could read it to you guys. Here we go. All right, this one's a little bit longer, so take a deep breath and you're ready to receive some wisdom. By the way, she speaks to the Ascended Masters, who are basically the humans who have evolved to ascension. So you could say they're, Jesus, Buddha, Maitreya, all of the, Kuan Yin, all of the ones who we have stories about as incarnating in human bodies and then reaching enlightenment. They're kind of a team that speak to many people, and she's one of the ones who speak to them, and they're around. You can speak to them through meditation. It's nice to have a whole tome of interaction interaction with them, though, because this is kind of them speaking through her, which, like I said, regardless of whether or not you believe in this kind of thing, which I personally do, but even if you don't, there's still some really good wisdom in here that will come help you return to yourself and come to bear with your sacred center. Okay, last passage before I let you guys go here. One of our intentions with these conversations is to cross the bridge, so to speak. We intend to hold conversations filled with the energetic matrix of support, activations, light, and consciousness downloads, and to provide a way that these concepts may be enacted in your day-to-day life. To that end, begin to look at choosing on purpose in your day. When you wake up in the morning, choose to get out of bed enthused, fully present, alive, and ready for all the joy the day has to bring. As you plan your day, you see the tasks ahead. Choose one. Be fully present while you are in that task. Be present in each phase of each task. Begin the task, do the task, then complete the task, whatever it is for the day. The act of beginning, doing, and closing each task is powerful in supporting your full presence. There is a time, also, between tasks. Allow that time to be your transition time. I am now between this task and that. Often the transition time is filled with the to-do list, what's next, what was yesterday, and you're not being on purpose during this in-between. Like the space between inhalation and exhalation, the in-between time is rich. Notice the type of energy that each task, event, or interaction requires of you. Like the fine sports car that has many gears, with each gear appropriate and available for a variety of conditions. You don't want to be in high gear when the condition calls for idling or stopping. Know that you choose which gear you are in. What frequency is required for this task? And then choose to be in that frequency. Understand that in the asking for clarity, you have increased the frequency. You have the full power of presence to lend to your creation. If you are looking at a creative endeavor, you may choose to raise your frequency to more fully engage your inspiration. Then you choose to raise your frequency on purpose. The guiding question in each of your choices may be, does this support my intention? Choosing on purpose in each moment of your day supports empowered creations. Your creations then are in alignment with your highest expression. You are dropping the weight of unconscious creating and will notice an acceleration and velocity in creating. You will notice the shift in your physical experience. This is both a process and a practice. Over time, you will see and feel a difference. You will open to higher expressions of your uniqueness as the weight of unconsciousness is removed. There are also guided meditations in here, which are really powerful. There's one in the first part of the book that's about releasing whatever you no longer need. And it's a visualization of being in a hot air balloon. And as you rise up in the hot air balloon, there are ties weighing you down. There are sandbags to throw over. And when I did that, I felt a big result in my energy. I felt very much lifted. And I do cord clearing every day. But it's always nice to get new perspectives, new ways of doing it, because if we're used to some, they can get stale, or if we have things that are pretty deep in there or that kind of find themselves in there without us noticing, sometimes the regular doesn't quite get them. So it's nice. And I'm really liking this book. I'm, like I said, about yay far through it. This is the beginning, this is the end. So there's a lot more to go, but it is by Darlene Green, by Waterside Productions. Like I said, it was sent to me to review, and as I'm getting more and more into it, I'm liking it more and more. And I find that it is also a hub of synchronicity around me. I'm finding things that are definitely hearkening back to the book. I'm finding the book hearkening to other things that I'm doing, which tells me that it's working, that it's definitely connecting with deeper aspects of the soul. Got some Fibonacci spirals in there. Yeah. All right, so yeah, this is the book club book for May. So if you want to get it, I will include where you can find it in the info for this video. And we'll have the chat at some time in the end of May. Our chat for creative visualization, which was our April book, is this week. So if you want to be in on that, if you're not already in the book club, check out my website and you can join the book club there. Okay, you guys, let's give you all a little Reiki pop before we go. Hope that you are having a beautiful time. Hope that you are aligning with your spirit more than ever before. And I'm hoping that this time of slowing down is showing you what you truly appreciate about life, so that when things do start reforming, you can choose to take paths that nourish you and support you on all levels. Okay, sending you guys so much love. See you soon.